Good morning, Internet. So it's a lovely Saturday morning, and I'm revving to go. I'm really ready for it today. So this week we've had some great deliveries. RS Motorbike Paints, they came up right trumps. So we've managed to get the Firecracker Red, as I said we were going to do. So we've got 4 tins of the Firecracker Red. We've got some tins of the Clear Over Base, which is a white, so we get the colour absolutely right. I did order some lacquer from them as well, but you know, it's only 1K lacquer, so I'm not going to be using that, not for the bodywork and what have you. I'm sure it'll come in handy at some point for something else. So I ordered a couple more tins of clear coat, 2K clear coat from Custom Cans, and that arrived really quickly. In fairness to Custom Cans, I did get a phone call from them on Thursday, full of apologies about not getting back to me with regards to my inquiries, multiple inquiries with for the Firecracker Red. The guide there, I mean, he just said they're just so busy that they just haven't had a chance to respond to all of the inquiries, and that the email has been sort of let go a bit, really. So, you know, never mind. I'm always going to continue to use them because the 2K clear coat is, well, it's a great place to get it from, and I really like the paint, as I keep banging on about. So in addition to that, I've also had delivery of a couple of tins of the filler primer. I'm going to be trying that on the tank, just to try and get it. I just want it as perfect as possible, really, before we put any paint on. And I'm still thinking I'm going to leave it for a couple of days maybe before we get any colour on, just to make sure that there aren't any holes in the tank. I'm pretty convinced that there aren't, because I had fuel in it before when it was painted in that awful white colour, and there was no bubbling apart from around the top of the cap, but that was down to a fuel spill, really, and the fact that it was crap lacquer. So yeah, no issues there. So I've got a couple of tins of that, and then the final piece of the puzzle really is from Classic, what are they called? Classic Motorcycle Decals from eBay, and they were a bit pricey, but I've got a full set, if you can see that, full set of decals, and they are really quite simple for the D1. It's just 2 big tank decals and 2 decals for the tailpiece, but got them now, so there's nothing stopping us getting the whole thing done. Where are we up to with the bodywork? Well, everything's pretty much done. I've just got to spend probably today going over things. As an example, on the bikini fairing there was a repair. As you can see here, it's got a drilled hole for the indicator. Well, I think it is the indicator. It might be a bracket actually, or somebody might have put smaller indicators on. I'm not too sure. I'll look at that. But anyway, so I've repaired it on this side, so that needs all flattening off and rubbing down. And I might well repair that one as well, because I'm not convinced that that's where the indicator was. And then the rest of the stuff is on the shelf over there. I've just got to finish it, maybe get a bit more flatting paper on it. I might do a bit with the primer filler just to get it all the panels up to scratch, really. I don't want to have to redo anything once I start. So yeah, all exciting weekend today, and we're going to spend some good time on it. Also got to get the front end stripped down at some point and get the fork legs painted, but we'll worry about that afterwards. So yeah, let's crack on. Okay, we're really just starting by knocking off the primer that I've already put on. The first, I put a good thick coat on, but it's great for highlighting any high spots, anything you're not happy with. And you know, if I have to rub all of this off, I'm not really bothered, because as I said before, I want to make sure it's right. It's like back here, you can see that I've still got a bit of a ridge here from the old filler repair onto the metal, so I want to just get that off a bit and work on that. And yeah, it's a little bit uneven down the side. I don't think you're gonna see it when it's done, but yeah, so I think I'm just going to knock this off a bit, get some filler primer on it, and then rub that back and see how we get on with that. Okay, let's go. Wow, my bad. I didn't realise it was yellow. But it's okay because it's going to be flatted off. So, and then it'll have some more proper primer over the top. So we'll just have to see how it comes out. I mean, you know, this is why I was comparing the quality of custom cans with other sorts of aerosols, because this spray is like an aerosol of old. The spray pattern's very narrow, it's very pointed. I've used virtually the whole tin, and it's only really had a good couple of coats. You know, ultimately it's got to go down thick because that's the whole idea of it. But yeah, I'm not convinced it's a product for me. High Coat, the Perfect Finish it's called, but no, I'm not sure I'll be using it again. We'll give it a go, but like I say, we'll just let it dry off now, and then I'll flat it, see what the result comes out like. So I'll reserve judgment until then. But you know, it was mainly for this back end that I wanted to, you know, really smooth off where it's had a repair down the back. So it's going on okay now. But yeah, the first few coats, it was very thin stripes, and if you pulled it back too much, you're just losing too much material on the floor. Yeah, okay, let's let it dry and see where we go from there. So while we're waiting for the that primer to dry, I thought we'd just get some holes, and you can see that looks really nasty, but you know, it's fine, it'll flat off alright. But yeah, there's these two little holes here and another one there, and I don't think they should be in there. These were for the indicator stalks to, you know, that's where it went around the indicator stalks. So I'm just going to whip up a bit of filler and bob them in there. Hey internet, just a bit of a catch up really. Haven't been able to get as much done as I thought I was going to get done today because I had to go puppy training earlier. But I have had a bit of a setback, unfortunately. So let me just show you. Testing some of the primer on the plastics, and this is what happens to the front mudguard. And you can see here how the this is the filler primer and how it's crazed up when I've applied just a bit of test primer to it. And I think it's reacting with this god-awful white paint, which is, I don't know, Dulux, who knows, but it's awful. So I thought, well, you know, I'm going to have to take it down probably. I've tried a bit of regular primer on it, and it looks fine. Ugh. And perhaps I should have just gone with the regular primer over the top. So I'm going to have to flat this down again. But with that in mind, I thought the tail piece, because, you know, it's very noticeable, I thought I'd better strip that down. So I started, again I had the same problems with it blocking my sander really badly, very quickly. So I resorted to our old friend the paint stripper. As you can see, it's made a right old mess of it. I tested it on a very inconspicuous area first just to make sure there was going to be no reaction with the plastic, and there wasn't, so I've done the whole lot. And as you can see, it's taken off an absolute shed load of paint, and I'm going to have to let it dry out thoroughly before I can get the sander anywhere near it, so that's going to be a job for tomorrow. What else have I done so far today? I have done a bit more on the fairing. Those holes have come up nice and smooth they are. I've just padded the back, patched the back as well, just to give it a bit more extra strength. This one was quite holed out. It wasn't even at all when I sanded it down, so I've had to put a bit more filler in there. That's still drying off really, so it needs another hour. I mean, I desperately want to get cracking with it, but you know, I'm gonna have to just be patient, unfortunately. So let's show you the tank. The tank, I've applied some grey primer to that now, and I think I did show you a bit of it earlier, but I didn't actually film putting the primer on, but I'll show you that in a moment. That's looking really good. It's looking very coated, very, you know, nice and even, no stripes. I'm going to wet flat that tomorrow. And then if it's dry enough, well obviously if it's dry completely, we'll get some paint on it, but yeah, I think I'm going to really do it with a fine wet to dry tomorrow. I had a really good results with the Zephyr tank. It's all in the prep, isn't it, really? So yeah, not much more I'm going to get done today, I'm afraid, but before I finish I'll show you the tank now. Bodywork's going to have to wait until tomorrow. But you know, I've got tomorrow and I'm off Monday, so you know, we'll hopefully get some done then. Oh, and I'm also off on Wednesday, so yeah, we'll catch up with the work, I'm sure. Okay, so that's it for today. Thanks very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Our subscribers are shooting up. We did 350, I think we're on now. Did a bit of a video about all of my old bikes the other day. I think I put that on Friday and it got 110 views within 18 hours, so I was really pleased with that. I've noticed we've got some viewers from across the pond in the States now, so hi to you over there in the States. You know, drop me some comments below if you're liking what I'm doing, if you want me to focus on anything in particular, but please subscribe, please give me a thumbs up for the videos if you like them, and you know, if you click on the little bell, you'll get a notification every time I post new material. As you can see, I post new material on a very regular basis because I'm keen on getting the bike done. So I think that's it for today, so thanks very much for watching. I'll just give you a quick peek of the tank, and then I'll see you tomorrow. So thanks very much, internet. Bye.